Hey Taurus, welcome to your October 2019 love, romance, and relationship reading. We're having an episode of Candlelight Tarot. Have not done Candlelight Tarot in a while. Hopefully you like it. If you don't, humor me, indulge me, bear with me. If you do like it, let me know in the comments if there's any other types of readings you'd like to see done by candlelight, and I'll be more than happy to make them. I love reading by candlelight. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, I have my glittery cards. We're going to jump in here, see what's happening in October 2019 for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're a cross-watcher, welcome to the show. Keep in mind, I do cross-watcher videos. The most recent cross-watcher videos are linked in the description of this video. You can check those out after this if you would like. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, my darlings. So we've got 3 of Swords coming up, okay? I feel this is already done. I don't feel like the 3 of Swords is like happening to you in October. I feel 3 of Swords may have already happened in the past some time ago, or it may be happening at the end of September. There may be this 3 of Swords moment where you are having to recover from some truth being revealed or something that disappointed you. Okay, I do feel a lot of you are having to release. I'm hearing release expectations. Like you had expected so much more from somebody, and the 3 of Swords might just be more like they kind of let you down. This person let you down. Like you had high hopes for them. And I feel it's not just like high hopes as in like, oh man, I really hope this relationship works. It feels to me more high hopes like you expected that, like you expected better of them, and so they may have said something or they may have done something where you feel like, wow, this is a shady person, like this person is shady, or this person is like they don't have the ethics that I thought that they had. They may have lied to you in a way that you just kind of felt, wow, like you thought that their character was different, and you're just kind of sad. You're feeling sad and disappointed about a person. That's what it feels like to me. I feel, Taurus, some of you are feeling very guilty about something that happened in the past. This isn't for all of you Tauruses, but some of you may have, there may have been a relationship where it didn't end so great, or you feel like you did something that caused the relationship to end. And maybe for that time you didn't care, or you didn't think about it, or you didn't think it was a big deal. But something might be happening now where you're looking back and you're feeling like, wow, I really wronged that person. I did something wrong, and you're feeling heartbroken and you're feeling bad about yourself. Understand, Taurus, that if you're one of these Taurus that you're having this terrible feeling of realizing that you were not nice to someone, or realizing that you wronged somebody in some way, Spirit is not making you remember this because Spirit wants you to hate yourself. That's not how Spirit works. We're not meant to hate ourselves. It's being brought to the forefront so that you can learn from it, and so that you can figure out, why did you do that? Why did you behave in that way? What are some things you can do to change? Is there anything that you can do to make amends? Is there anything you can do to kind of try to bring that person closure? Focus on those things, but don't hate yourself, because if you hate yourself, it's going to put you in a situation where you're not taking any action, and you might act out, and you might even end up doing worse things, right? It might be very destructive. It might cause you to be self-destructive. So don't hate, but look at ways in which you can heal the situation. How can you heal yourself? Is there anything that you can do to help heal the other person? And take that approach with it, okay? But whatever happens with 3 of Swords, sometimes it's like just basically saying there's some old feelings, some old wounds, some old hurts that need to be cleared out of the way. They need to be dealt with. They need to be looked at truthfully and honestly, dealt with, released, so that you can accept some new love that's wanting to come in or to come your way. Okay, so some of you are just dealing with all of your old kind of emotional baggage in the beginning of October, but it's clearing out the way so that new can come in. Sure enough, look at this. Sure enough, Your next card here is Nine of Pentacles. So some of you, as you are dealing with this heartache, or as you're dealing with this disappointment from this person let you down, and you could even still like be married to this person. It doesn't mean that you all are divorcing or breaking up, or you may still be in a relationship with this person. Doesn't mean that you all are breaking up. They just maybe have let you down in some way. And so you might start thinking that, you know what, I'm just going to work on myself. I'm going to get my Nine of Pentacles going. I'm going to work on myself, my goals, my dreams, my ambitions. Maybe you have a business. Nine of Pentacles for me sometimes is very much like an entrepreneur kind of card. And you're mastering something really amazing in your love life, which is going to mean that you really, really, truly are ready for love. Taurus, some of you may have been the kind of person where if your relationship was having problems, or if there were problems at home, you made a lot of mistakes at work. Like you couldn't focus on your job. You were really stressed out. You had a lot of anxiety. And so maybe as a result, you have had financial problems or financial difficulties. Because you've been unable to focus on work because there's been problems at home, or because you've had anxieties. But like this is a time that you're going to be able to finally master your emotions and master your anxiety, so that you're able to say, you know what, I'm just going to focus on what needs to be done. I'm going to focus on my work, and I'll address my love life later. You're not pushing it down. You're not repressing it and not dealing with it. You're just not allowing it to rob you of your focus when you need to be functioning during the day. And I feel something about this is shifting the energy, where the person that you're dealing with is seeing and realizing what they put you through, how strong you are, like the way that you're living your life. And I feel like you're inspiring them to be a better person. And I feel like they're just kind of seeing this higher caliber in you, or this higher character in you. And I think it's making them love you a little bit more, to be honest. Because for me, Nine of Pentacles is also being watched from afar. Somebody admiring you, somebody wanting to be worthy of you. Like somebody saying, wow, that's a really special person. I want to be worthy of that person. Maybe some of you are not in a relationship, but you've been through heartaches. And so now you're really putting all of your focus and attention on trying to heal your heart, heal your life, heal your finances, get your life in order. And somebody is seeing this, and they might not be approaching you. They might not be stepping up to you. They might not be coming up to you and asking you for a date just yet, but they're admiring you, and they're in awe of you, and they're trying to figure out what might be the best way to just kind of come in and win you over. Like, what does Taurus like? What might interest Taurus? What are some things Taurus and I have in common that I could go talk to Taurus about? It's somebody like wanting to win you over, somebody wanting to figure out how they can ensure that they can have an actual relationship with you. I'm not talking about a one-night stand. I'm not talking about Seven of Swords, hit it and quit it and mess around and try to get a free ride out of you, or try to get money out of you. I'm talking about somebody that's looking at you like, wow, this is a special person. How do I be worthy of this person? Or how do I win this person over? I want this person in my life. So Taurus, some of you might have someone who's just kind of silently falling in love with you, and you might not even know it. Okay? Or maybe some of you are silently falling in love with a person and they don't know it. Next we have here the High Priestess card. Now this is really interesting, and I'll tell you why. High Priestess is, associated with Pisces. Okay? There's a couple of other things too. There's kind of a debate. I think I've also heard people say that they associate it with Cancer. But for some reason, every time I see High Priestess, I think of Taurus. And I don't know if it's because her crown makes me think of the Taurus, like the Taurus symbol or the bull, but something about it makes me associate it with Taurus. I know it's not a tarot thing. I know that, it's not associated with that sign, but it's very much an energy of being able to come into this energy of healing and connecting with your higher power. It's very much about the chakras opening up and aligning, okay? Connecting with your higher self, connecting with spirit, connecting with universe. And again, this is really kind of confirming for me the message that was coming up with the Nine of Pentacles, because I said somebody might be kind of like falling in love with you and they're like trying to figure out how to be worthy of you. High Priestess would say that to me as well, because High Priestess is very much this energy of being in a really high caliber, right? Like to me, it's like somebody maybe even being kind of obsessed with you because they see you as so special or so magical. Your chakras are opening up and aligning. You're connecting with your higher self, and it's like letting out this energy, this signal that's very, very addictive or very magnetic, to some, right? So you might find that you're drawing in a lot of attention. People are wanting to be close to you. Also, with the way that the chakras are opening up, especially the root chakra, the way that you experience sex and things like that really changes or intensifies. And so that becomes very like enticing. Even though you're not walking around advertising it, even though, you might just kind of be at the, grocery store in your sweatpants and some, baggy t-shirt, and your hair is not even washed and like whatever, but you might notice people are like trying to talk to you, or people are like, flirting with you. You're like, are you kidding me right now? Like what are you finding attractive in this moment? But they're attracted to you, they're drawn to you, they're drawn to your energy, that they're very kind of like they just find you very mysterious or sexy, or appealing. The one thing I will say this though, Taurus, is that when you are in this High Priestess energy, you might have people that are pursuing you very, very, very persistently because they're responding to that magnetism, but they don't know what to do with you once they catch you. So be wary of anybody who's coming in really aggressive, okay? They genuinely want you, but they might not be aligned. Like they're kind of seeing you as a source of healing. That happens a lot of the times when you're healing yourself. A lot of broken people kind of pick up on that, and they want to latch onto you because they want to tap into that healing. They want to get that healing too, right? They don't understand, or they don't realize that that healing that you're experiencing, you've had to work so hard for. So be aware of anybody coming in really persistently. These could be people who are courting you, who are draining you, and you don't want that. You don't, you already have enough that you're dealing with on your own path. But the High Priestess is saying you're coming into your confidence. You're getting better at seeing through people. You're getting stronger intuition, and you're going to be able to make better decisions or choices. Some of you have been struggling for a long time. How do I know if somebody's lying to me? Or how do I know if I should trust this person? Or how do I know if I'm going to pick the right person or make the right decision? Your intuition is picking up at this time, and you're going to be able to do all of these things just kind of very, very automatically, okay? But do expect that there might be a lot of intense energy for you sexually in October, because the High Priestess, that happens a lot of the times is the root chakra opens up, it becomes very intense. And the connection, you might even experience it very differently, right? It might be something where you really feel like a spiritual exchange. And for this reason, Taurus, I have to tell you, I'm not trying to preach to anybody. I'm not trying to, force my views on other people. But, this is something that's being said just so you can protect your energy. You might have a lot of opportunities. You might have a lot of people that are pursuing you, or that are trying to, come into your energy, or try to come into being with you physically in that way. But because your energy is changing, and because you're coming into the energy of, being connected in this kind of way, in this really powerful kind of channel, spiritual channel kind of way, this is the reason why people are coming after you so aggressively to sleep with you. It's like you're this candle in a dark place, and the moths are rushing at you. It's like magnetism. They're starving for your energy. And so if they tap into you sexually, they're going to be able to court you. They're going to be feeding off your energy. It can become very parasitic. So if you are a Taurus who's single, or if you are a Taurus who just kind of enjoys to date around, and if you're just in an energy where like, hey, I'm comfortable with my body, if I feel attracted to somebody, or if I feel like I want to be with them, then no problem, I'm going to be with them. Like if that's the way that you've been, you might want to be a little cautious when you're in this high priestess mode, so that you're not taking on all these people who are just latching into you and feeding off of you. Because before you know it, you're going to have all these people depleting your energy. You will feel moody, tired, irritable, depressed even. So, and if you're still going to do that, like if you're like, but I'm still going to do that, make sure that you're taking time for the cleansing maintenance, do the spiritual hygiene, not just the physical hygiene. Take sea salt baths, smudge yourself, meditate, cord cut. All of that stuff is going to be very important. And even if you don't have a ton of partners, even if you're just with your spouse, after you have that physical intimacy, make sure that you're doing the spiritual hygiene. Cut cords. You can cut cords with a spouse. That doesn't mean that you're banishing them from your life. You're not blocking them from being in your life. You're just cutting the cord to where they can't be draining your battery, like some app in the background of your smartphone that's just sucking up all the battery that you don't even know is there in the background. It's just preserving your energy for yourself. That's all. It's not about banishing people. Okay? So keep that in mind, Taurus. Your next card here is 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups is going to be about wishes coming true. All right? So that which you've been trying to manifest in your love life, whether it's a solution to this 3 of Swords moment, somebody making amends or somebody accepting your apology, you might have a wish coming true in that way. Other ones of you are feeling very fulfilled. And other ones of you, those of you who've been just really like focusing on yourself to heal, you're going to find that it's paying off. You're going to find that you're feeling happier. You're going to find that you're calling in abundance. You're going to find that it's bringing you a sense of healing. You're going to be very satisfied. You're finding a personal level of satisfaction. And as a result, as your energy is coming to a higher vibration, your love life will also be improving. Okay? Whether it's, your crush, coming up to you and wanting a relationship with you, whether it's your partner, seeing the error of their ways or wanting to be closer to you. A lot of the times 9 of Cups is letting us know some wish is being fulfilled, some wish is coming true. Okay? So next here, we've got the Empress. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. My. So, this is really beautiful energy, right? To have the High Priestess and the Empress coming together, that's really significant. Really, really significant. Okay? And I'm going to say something to you right now. Some of you are in this energy where, you had a partner or you were with a partner, okay? And maybe the High Priestess in your situation is a third party situation, or like some temptress who's like tempting them away, okay? And they may have a very strong soulmate with this person. It might be a karmic. Your Taurus may be caught up with a karmic, okay? So maybe you're not the Taurus. I'm sorry, not Taurus. Maybe you're not the High Priestess. Maybe you're the Empress, because the Empress is above the Queen. She's above the High Priestess. She's above the Queens. She is like the highest lady. She's like the highest feminine honor. Okay, so what's happening is that some of you are dealing with a Taurus who maybe was tempted away or was like straying, and so they might be realizing the error of their ways, and they may be coming back to you or choosing you or realizing or seeing your worth. Or maybe you are a Taurus where you were tempted away by some High Priestess. And I'm not talking crap about the High Priestess. I have a lot of respect for her. But a lot of the times when she comes in, it's because someone is receiving something from her that is healing to them, that is healing them. High Priestess is not always showing up as like the wife or like the long-term girlfriend. It's a very significant person who's like coming in and changing somebody's life. Okay? And there could be like a karmic thing there. So maybe some of you, like you strayed from a relationship and then you're going back to your Empress. That could be for some of you as well. Okay? You're going back to your Empress for some of you. Overall though, the Empress energy, Like this is someone who is very loving, very nurturing, very sexy, very confident, very creative, really, really on top of the world. So I feel like love, and I know this sounds cheesy and it sounds corny, please forgive me, but it's what I'm hearing and it's what I'm feeling in this reading. Like this self-love that you're developing for yourself in October is bringing you the love of others, is bringing you like being put up on a pedestal, right? Like, so you're going from being disrespected to being like propped up on a pedestal. So I really, really feel like someone is going out of their way to apologize to you or to make amends to you or vice versa, because you're seeing or they're seeing how you have dealt with that heartache, how you've turned it around, how you've healed yourself, what you've done with everything, how far you've come. It's like this amazing energy to them. Like they can't believe it and they feel like you're very special for that reason. Okay. Or you're feeling that they're very special for that reason. And there's like this, let me make this up to you. Let me put you up on this pedestal where you belong. So it's a very beautiful kind of redemption. There's redemption coming in here. There's validation. There's just being able to know that someone wants to make this right, right? Or both these people want to make this right. So and the beauty of it is not only is the relationship healing, but I mean, look at what everything you're able to do with your life in the meantime. Like it's definitely a win-win. So I'm excited for you Tauruses who will be experiencing this. Be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign video as well, because some weeks those are gonna, or some months, those may resonate with you more than others. But especially check out your Venus sign. I do know some people who say their moon sign seems to resonate more when it comes to love. I've seen people say their rising sign always resonates more when it comes to love. But, just watch and see what resonates with you. And it may change. It may change from month to month. But Venus is the planet that rules love. And so it's a good idea to watch your Venus sign for your love readings as well, my darlings. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. If you click on the Calendly link, you can go ahead and schedule a reading with me then, right there. You used to be able to pay through Calendly, but the Calendly robots and the PayPal robots are having a cyber war. I don't know what's going on, but they're not talking to each other anymore. And so Calendly cannot charge for my readings anymore. You can still schedule, you can book on there. You'll just have to send me the PayPal payment separately to my amethystangellight@gmail.com address before your scheduled reading, and then I can go ahead and do your reading for you. It's hopefully a temporary thing. I don't know what's going on. I might be changing my scheduling service, but I thank you for your patience in the meantime. I do apologize for the extra step, but I don't know why the PayPal robots and the Calendly robots don't like each other anymore. I don't know what happened. I'm not an IT person. I don't speak cyborg. I don't know what the issue is, but I thank you for your patience nonetheless. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Watch your weekly forecasts. I know love is important, but don't forget about you. Watch the videos about you and the weekly forecasts as well, my dears. I'm wishing you a fabulous October. See you in the weeklies.